My scrolls! My sacredly alphabetized scrolls!
That was my best landing yet. I only knocked over 12 things.
Nora, what are you doing here?
Who? Flora. Dora. The shrimp seller's daughter.
Nora, with an R. Your niece. Junior storyteller in training, remember?
You said you'd train at home first.
I did. I told the story of the brave berry 3 times to a pine cone. It cried.
That pine cone always was a soft one.
Look, storytelling is serious. It's about patience, guidance, heart.
Like raising someone?
Like raising a baby walrus with a fear of bubbles.
Yes, it's about being there when someone small needs you most.
Like you were... for me?
Exactly like that.
Yay! I brought my own story snacks and I've been practicing my dramatic gasp.
Nora, my dear, let's talk about this later. Fly along home. Captain Sohail and I have a very exciting story to record pretty soon. We need to get ready.
Perfect timing then, Zaki. I have some notes for you and this so-called podcast. First, your dramatic pauses? Too long. I timed one. It lasted 7 seconds. That's 3 more than my attention span.
Oof, she's got data.
Second, you say the word magnificent too much. Try splendiferous. It's punchier.
But it's my signature word.
Third, we need more chase scenes. Or at least something explodes. Preferably bread.
I like her. She gets it.
Oh, feathers. Here we go. Mirage Digital presents The Amazing Stories with Zaki the Hoopoe. Season 2, Episode 9, The Prophet and the Cub. Welcome, my brilliant listeners, young, wise, and wonderfully curious. You've landed on another scroll-fluttering, feather-ruffling, heart-soaring episode of Amazing Stories with Zaki.
Also featuring me, Captain Sohail, navigator of nonsense and master of napping.
And today we bring you a story of birth, bravery, and what it means to raise someone with love, guidance, and a whole lot of patience.
Sounds like a recipe for raisin pudding, but go on.
This is the story of a very special child, born inside the sacred walls of the Kaaba, a boy who would grow into a lion-hearted leader.
Don't forget to mention he was raised by the Prophet. And that part where he...
Nora, I told you, off the branch during recording.
I like her. She's got notes.
Now, let's begin with a very special birth. A long, long time ago, in the middle of the busy city of Makkah, there was a big, beautiful cube made of stone.
Wait, a cube? Like a giant sugar cube?
Aye, the sweetest cube in the desert, but made of rock. Very bad in tea.
Nora, it's called the Kaaba, the very first house built to worship Allah. It's where Muslims all over the world turn to when they pray. One day, a kind woman named Fatima, wife of Abu Talib, came to the Kaaba.
Wait, the Abu Talib? The one who protected the Prophet when he was a kid?
That's the one. And now his wife was about to have a baby, but she was in a lot of pain. So she went to the Kaaba and made a heartfelt dua.
A prayer under the shadow of the sacred. That's no small whisper.
The wall of the Kaaba split open and she walked right inside. Then it closed behind her.
And nobody could get in?
No one. People tried. They called her name, pushed on the walls, but the door wouldn't open.
So, panic, confusion, wild running in circles.
Not everyone. One person stayed calm.
The Prophet?
Yes. He sat quietly near the Kaaba, waiting, trusting. And after 3 days, the wall opened again, and Fatima, wife of Abu Talib, came out glowing with joy. In her arms was a tiny baby boy. She looked at the Prophet, smiled, and handed the baby to him. She said, "He hasn't opened his eyes yet." And as the Prophet Muhammad held the baby, the child opened his eyes for the first time. The Prophet looked into his tiny eyes and said, "Open your eyes, O Ali, O Exalted One." Ali grew up in a very special home, the home of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
You mean the actual real I make wisdom look easy prophet?
Yes, that one. After Abu Talib took the Prophet in as a boy, the Prophet grew up and later helped take care of Abu Talib's children, like little Ali.
Feeding each other's young, a noble bird move. Except seagulls, we just scream.
Ali was still small, but he had the sharpest eyes and the biggest heart. The Prophet would teach him how to speak gently, how to share his food, and how to always tell the truth.
Even when it's hard? Like telling someone their sandcastle looks like a lumpy potato.
That's exactly what I said at the Sandcastle Festival of 304 AH. Didn't go well.
Ali didn't just listen to the Prophet, he watched him. Every little thing. When the Prophet helped the poor, Ali helped. When the Prophet showed mercy, Ali copied him.
Like a tiny wisdom sponge.
Yes, a sponge with courage. Even as a kid, Ali cared more about what was right than what was easy. One time, the Prophet gave away the very last bit of food in the house to someone hungry. And guess what Ali did?
Gave away his food too?
He slid his plate over and said, "We can eat later." And they did.
I once gave away my fish biscuit. Regretted it forever.
You regret everything forever.
Young Ali might have been small, but the Prophet trusted him. And slowly, people started to notice, this boy wasn't ordinary.
Like how?
His kindness was fearless. His honesty was sharp. Ali lived in a world where almost everyone worshipped idols. Statues made of stone. People bowed to them, prayed to them, even gave them names. Remember the story of Prophet Ibrahim breaking all the idols? Well, even thousands of years later, people still believed in many idols made of rock and stone instead of believing in Allah.
So weird. Why would you talk to a rock?
I once confessed my life regrets to a large boulder. It rolled away slowly.
But even as a little boy, young Ali never did. Not once. He never bowed to an idol.
Even when everyone else did? Like, even grown-ups?
Yes, it was like something in his heart already knew. Only Allah is worthy of worship. And when the Prophet would quietly go into the hills to think and reflect, Ali sometimes followed him, sat near him, copied how he sat, listened to the silence.
Wait, he didn't even know about Islam yet. But he still didn't do idol stuff.
That's right. He was just a kid, but his heart was already pointed toward truth.
That's not luck. That's light.
Sometimes you don't need a loud moment to know who you are. Sometimes it's the quiet choices, the things you don't do, that show what you believe.
So, even if I don't have a big speech or a shiny cape, if I quietly don't follow something wrong, that counts?
It absolutely counts. Young Ali didn't wait to grow up to become great. Even as a boy, he quietly chose truth. He didn't follow what was popular, he followed what was right.
Okay, but I still think he could have made like one dramatic speech. You know, just for the flair.
Sometimes real courage doesn't come with flair. It comes with stillness and quiet strength.
Still feels like he missed an opportunity for a theme song.
I could write one. Oh, Ali, little lion o' light.
Please don't.
Ali reminds us that you don't have to be loud or big or famous to be brave. You just have to choose what's right, even when no one sees it.
Fine. But next time I walk away from a bad idea, I'm giving myself a quiet high five.
I give myself noisy high fives. That's why I always have wing bruises.
And now you both understand the lesson in your own unique ways. Ali was still a child when the Prophet took him in, but that one act of love helped raise a lion, someone who would change the world.
He didn't wait for Ali to grow up. He started loving him right away.
Yes, with time, with patience, with trust.
I was raised by an octopus once. Very clingy, but great hugs.
Zaki,
Yes, Nura?
Do you still need to record your story? Or maybe you could just teach me a little while you're doing it.
Actually, I think the story was the lesson, and you were already learning the whole time.
Ha! Told you I take excellent notes. Also, I reorganized your scrolls by color. You're welcome.
Oh no, the green ones are recipes. I may be eating glue.
Next time, we're going back to the Kaaba, before Islam began. The tribes were about to fight over a stone.
Is it magic?
No, but what the Prophet did, that was wise beyond magic. You'll see.
Wisdom is knowing when not to eat mysterious glue.
See you next time, friends. Salam! This story was produced by Mirage Digital. Voices provided by Wayne Holland as Zaki and Curtis Fletcher as Captain Sohail. Episode written, directed, and edited by Syed Kashef and Atef Hussein. For more content by Mirage Digital, please visit our site at www.mirage.digital.
Content copyright and production copyright 2025 by Mirage Digital.